A woman thought divorcing her husband would lead to something better, but reality hit hard. After chasing the so-called Chad lifestyle, she's left with nothing but regret. Let's see how it all unfolded.
A phone call from your girlfriend while in another woman's bed after sleeping with her.
Ah, shit. Had to go again.
For the first time in, oh God, a year, 2 years, I'm sitting here crying tears of joy instead of tears of sadness, tears of betrayal, tears of devastation, tears of fear of the unknown, tears of PTSD.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The feeling after divorce is always followed by a temporary feeling of joy. But in this case, she looks like she has conflicted emotions. That feeling of joy will soon change as soon as she realizes she lost a real one.
I feel so free. Today I feel so free. And I can recognize that over the past couple weeks, as hard as they have been, and as much as I am nowhere near being on the other side of this, I have been able to do what I have wanted to do. I have been able to live my life the way that I want to live my life. I'm not compromising for anyone. I am not putting my own life and my own mental health on the line for another person.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
I am not practicing any codependency. And I'm just really grateful.
1 hour later.
I'm here today to validate the fact that it is so hard to go no contact with your ex.
Wow, that changed real quick. I'm just confused. Before, she said she was happy to be out of that relationship, and now she's saying the complete opposite. Isn't that what she wanted? And now she's mad he isn't around.
Hardest thing ever. And nobody tells you that. Or like maybe they do, but like they don't like convey how actually it is. And everybody all over the internet these days is like, just go no contact, just go no contact. Oh my God, just go no contact. Yeah, okay, cool. Easier said than done, dude. Especially like you've been with this person for years, right? And like, obviously not in every situation. Sometimes it's months, sometimes it's weeks. But like, for those of us who have been with that person for years or like decades, to go from literally having your life centered around someone and you guys talk every day, you see each other every day, maybe you live together, your lives are so intertwined, and all of a sudden you are just supposed to like cut contact with that person.
We all know friendships after breakups never work.
Like they haven't been your literal everything, your partner for however long.
You brought this on yourself!
And now they're just supposed to be what? A stranger? A person who doesn't exist anymore in your world? And then to make matters worse, they're gonna make it really hard for you, right? Like, and if that person's a narcissist, they know exactly what they're doing.
If that guy was indeed a narcissist, just like she said, then why does she want him to be in her life?
They know what to say to reel you back in. They'll try to hover you. They'll try to let you know how much they love you and they miss you and how wonderful you are. And oh my God, it's all their fault. And like, you know, blah, 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 blah.
What do you mean by that?
And before you know it, you're roped right back in and you're like, they've changed. No, Susan, I'm telling you, they've changed.
Once their partner is gone, is when they truly know his worth. My wife left me in 2005. Since then, she told me hundreds of times she messed up and made a mistake. Too bad, too sad. It was too late at that point. When men move on, it's over.
In a lot of circumstances, maybe you're co-parenting with them and you can't really go fully no contact, right? Or maybe you are initiating a divorce.
I don't agree with everything she said, but I'd have to agree with the contact if the parents have children together, at least until they reach the age of 18.
And you can't really go no contact. It hurts. Ripping that Band-Aid off is the most painful thing you will ever do. And I just want to validate that today.
Oh, boo-hoo.
4 to 6 days later.
So today is my birthday. I am officially 36 years old. And in the last year, so many things have happened in my life.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
And I wanted to take the time today to talk about what those things were and what I've learned. I've learned that I'm a strong ass bitch. That's for sure. If you had asked me after I separated from my husband about 21 months ago, if you had asked me like a week or 2 or 3 or 4 weeks after that happened if I would ever be okay again, I would have told you point blank, no.
As you can see, she says that everything is perfect, but watch how it will change once she starts dating again.
I'll never be okay again. I learned that I'm lovable, that people love me, people want to be around me.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I decided today would be a fun day to tell you guys about a date that I went on 2 summers ago, with a guy that I met on Facebook dating, which, number one, don't do that. Facebook dating is like the weirdest dating app of all time ever. But anyway, I met this guy on Facebook dating. He was quite a bit younger than me, very hot, of course. And we exchanged numbers and we started FaceTiming.
Let me just clear that. Expecting random guys to want to commit just like her previous partner is crazy.
The FaceTimes were good. I thought he was attractive. He looked like his photos, thank God. And we chatted, I don't know, maybe like 6 to 8 times over FaceTime before we decided to meet. So one night I'm out with my cousins in Denver and he tells me he's out at a club with his friends. It's his birthday. They've got bottle service, blah, blah, blah. So I decide to meet him for the first time, which like in hindsight was not the best environment.
Meeting someone from the club can already tell you so much about the person. Nothing against people who like to go to clubs, but mature men would rather spend their time elsewhere.
In which to meet a date off of an app for the first time. Hindsight's 2020. So anyway, I meet this guy at the club. We hang out for a little bit. He's kind of drunk. We end up going home together. He comes over to my house because I'm sober and driving. And the next day he's going to a water park near my house, which, that'll just tell you that he was maybe a little bit too young for me.
How? Hold on, bro. How?
Anyway, he comes over. We get ready for bed. We go to bed and we hook up. And then at some point after that, I get up and I get like a glass of water or something. So I'm not in my bedroom at that moment. I walk back into my bedroom and this man is on the phone. It's like 3:00 in the morning, probably. And he has the phone up to his ear and very clearly is like trying to turn the volume down, but I can very obviously hear that it's a girl.
You played yourself.
That must have been a shocking realization, but unfortunately her decision-making led to that moment.
On the other line. And he's kind of giving her like one-word answers, but he's like fully on the phone with her. You know, it's not like he like hung up as soon as I walked in the room. He is on a phone call with this woman.
Gonna cry?
So a couple minutes later, he ends the phone call. I hear her say, happy birthday or something of that nature. He says, thank you. She says, I love you. He goes, love you too. Good night, right? So I look at him and I go, did you just take a phone call with another woman in my bed after we hooked up? And he's like, oh yeah, but it's not what you think. She's just a homie from home. She's like a really close friend. She's like my sister. She's just calling because it was my birthday, blah, blah, blah.
Of course, I don't agree with the guy's actions. Cheating is something we don't condone here, but that shows that a true man is hard to find. And a truly loyal man is forever gone when you lose him.
I'm like, I'm not an idiot, right? But I'm like, this isn't my problem. I'm never going to speak to this guy again after tonight. Like, I had already decided that he was not my cup of tea. And, you know, the next day we wake up, I drop him off at the water park, and, you know, he texts me for a while and I eventually stop answering and I go on with my life. Well, about 2 weeks later, I get a follow request on Instagram from a really pretty girl. The only person we have in common is this guy. Like, she doesn't even live here. She lives in his hometown. You can like see it on her bio or whatever.
Huh?
And it literally says, you know, followed by blah, 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 this guy. And of course I don't accept it. But how much you want to bet that was his girlfriend? And she found out about me somehow. But just the absolute audacity of taking a phone call from your girlfriend while in another woman's bed after sleeping with her. Like, I can't even fathom, like, where do men get the audacity?
We? Who's we? There is no we.
That is a very hard pill to swallow. Please, everyone watching, if you have a good, loyal partner, don't lose them. A good person is rare, and dating again after marriage isn't easy, and it's not worth the effort. As you can see here, she expresses all the things she doesn't like about dating again, and all the side effects, when that all could have been avoided if she stayed with her man and solved their issues. Remember, people, the grass isn't greener on the other side.
Bad boy can sleep with women, obviously. We all know this, right? You're going to see different titles about, you know, the bad boy and all these things, right? But here's what I found over the years is every single player also has a run rate. You would not believe how many guys I've met over the years who are great at attracting women, and then they find this one woman that they really like or they really want to be with, and she completely just interest tests him and finds all these spots of weakness and then completely leaves and he doesn't have any idea why. Or he's sitting there going, wow, I've been on dozens of dates, right? I've been with, you know, a bunch of options. Why is this happening to me? Doesn't she know I'm pre-selected? But the truth is there's elements in their frame and in his dynamic that has been broken.
No matter the gender, being someone who likes to play around isn't something to be proud of. On the other hand, being someone who can maintain a relationship is what truly matters.
Women leave their husbands for the reasons I have ever heard in my life. Very few times have I heard actually legit reasons for divorce. And I thought about the most common reason that I get for leaving the father of your children or their husband. And it is that these women outgrew him. The amount of women that I have met that casually destroyed their entire families because they outgrew their husbands is genuinely depressing. And what you typically get from the modern mothers that are coping and can't accept the fact that they actually made the wrong, most selfish decision that they have ever made in their life. It's so funny. Women are so self-centered that they use every single cope to make their selfish decision not sound like a selfish decision. The wrong woman can absolutely not only destroy a guy's life, but destroy a guy's empire. And guys, it is better for men to be alone than to be with women like this.
I honestly think divorce should take place if a partner is being violent or a harm to the family. But other than that, the issues should be worked out together.
How old are you?
23.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Because I love life.
So you're not looking for a man now or no? Why not?
Because I'm just okay. Right now I'm living and I'm only 23. Life is short.
Do you want to settle down one day eventually or no?
Yeah, probably like before I'm 30, 35.
So 35 is like the sweet spot. Let's get married, let's have kids.
Yeah.
But what do you plan on doing up until then?
Living my life.
I don't like where this is going.
Traveling, accomplishing goals in life, making money, just building a future for myself and whatever comes with it.
But be honest, you're 35. Do you think that men are going to be going for a woman who's that age, or are they going to be going for the younger girls?
I see it go always. It just depends. Everyone does it. There's people getting married at like 60 and 70 nowadays.
You serious?
Who cares?
Doesn't mean that you want to be married at 60 though.
That doesn't matter. Whatever life brings me. I'm not, some people are too focused on finding love, and I'm not really one of those people.
Women.
I agree that a person should explore and enjoy life. But remember that time waits for no one. So don't waste it. Use it to your benefit. Because when we grow up, the game changes, and we don't have the advantages we once had.
You're from the UK or you're from the US and you get traditionally married, that government does not see that as a legal marriage. So if anything happens, you don't get anything. You don't have any legal rights as the wife, because in the law, you're not the wife. A lot of the mandems are using this to finesse, They're using trad marriage to finesse the girls. I remember I have one auntie and the guy married a whole other woman and he was married to her for 6 years, traditionally married. Or because you thought that you had a crowd. You went to invite 1,000 people. After the big show and tell, if anything happens, you're not living with Koba. You're not living with Shinshin. You are leaving that thing as you came. Traditional marriages, the marriage that's signed with jollof rice and red stew. It's a scam.
It's sad that someone views marriage in this way, thinking of what you'll get and don't get when it's over. It's like assuming it's going to fail, and if you start something with this mindset, it won't go far.
Well, I hope you guys are happy. That guy that I really liked, he found out about my job, and he's not okay with it. I guess one of his friends told him. I was just waiting to tell him because I wanted him to get to know me, not my persona online. So
We do not care.
I think the reason he left is the lack of honesty and the fact that she hid that information from him, and he found out from elsewhere.
I kind of understand why people wouldn't want to be with you.
Well, I mean, I dated someone for like 4 months and they sort of figured out like, oh, this person doesn't have money. And then they broke up with me.
I don't think it's the fact that you don't have money. I think it's the fact that you blow all your money plus more and you refuse to pay off your debt. And that's what equals does not have money. I think that's what it is. It is the behavior, and it shows the quality of your personality. And why would someone want to be with that? I am sorry. That sounds so insulting. I don't mean it as that. I don't mean it as an insult. It is a reality of the situation.
I went on a girls' trip to Europe. My boyfriend of 3.5 years packed up our entire apartment behind my back to move to California without me. The lesson I learned: never compromise what you want in your life for your partner. In that relationship, I lost part of who I was, my independence and free thinking. I didn't want to get married or have kids. That was never the case. I was doing it to appease him. Animals. I want dogs running around, sleeping in my bed, giving me unconditional love every day. I want it all. A career, family, marriage. Someone who takes part in my passions and wants to build an empire and family together.
She wanted to get everything at the same time and ended up doing the opposite.
As my biggest supporter, it was evident he was at the forefront of his mind. He made the decision to pack up our apartment and move to a different state without even discussing it with me. It was clear he was also at the forefront of my mind, sacrificing what I wanted and who I was for that relationship.
He does not come home and contribute to your life, meaning helping you with the kids, helping you with the house, helping you with the laundry. He is not the one says. Yesterday I was upstairs cleaning. Now the house was completely destroyed. Like I had a really busy day working, answering some messages, posting content, just really catching up from being gone over the weekend. And then I went upstairs and I started doing laundry and getting all that sorted out. I hear Eric come home and he doesn't come upstairs and say anything to me. He doesn't come up there, tell me hi, kiss me, whatever. So I just finished doing what I'm doing. And then I come downstairs and the entire downstairs is clean. Dishes washed, counters wiped down, the floors are clean, everything is done. And he's in the greatest mood ever. And this is like a reoccurrence. This is the thing this is actually something that happens all the time. Like he just comes home from work and he just cleans the house and he cooks dinner and he does the things that needs to be done so that we can have our time together in the night. And he said, I realized you probably had a busy day. Like you were probably like I had mentioned to him that I was like trying to get caught up. So he realized that. He took into note, like, okay, he didn't just come home and get angry that the laundry wasn't done or that the kitchen was dirty or the dishes or dinner wasn't done. He wasn't mad about any of that. He's just like, you know what, let me just clean up really quick, make some dinner. If you do not have a partner that comes home and it contributes to your life, you don't have a partner. You literally have somebody who is paying your bills and then you're taking care of their kids, or you're basically raising them and taking care of their laundry and their dishes and all this stuff. And if your partner thinks that paying the bills is contributing to your life and that's all they need to do, leave.
The fact that she says that paying the bills isn't helping is just rude, because money doesn't grow on trees.
I'm getting a divorce. I just wanted to rip off the band-aid and tell you guys there are 2 people involved with this, so I'm going to keep the details private, but I will be talking about my experience navigating this. And yes, I have a small account, but I know people are interested in my life and my husband's life. He didn't sign up for this, so I just ask that you guys respect his privacy. Because not only does it hurt him when you guys leave comments on old videos and stuff, it also hurts me. Obviously, this is a person that I still love and loved a lot. I think I kept out of leaving mean comments towards someone. So, together 5 years. Those are memories I'm thankful for. It's really painful losing that and losing the person that felt like home. I know this is for the best. I think we both know this is for the best, but it doesn't make it suck any less.
I'm just wondering why some people don't try to work things out and just jump to divorce.
We'll set the tone here a little bit. I'm 41. I've been divorced for almost 10 years. I have a great career. I have my own house. I have a nice car. I do pretty well for myself, right? Why is it so hard to find a guy? So I, went out with this guy for a couple months. Thought it was going good, thought maybe, let's move to the next level, And he's like, I'm just not ready for a serious relationship. Oh, okay. Maybe, in a couple months I might be ready. Why in a couple months? So at what age are they ready for a relationship? Is it like 60, maybe in their 70s? I don't know, because I feel like they're not getting any younger, And I honestly, I just don't get it. Is it me?
They really regret the divorce when they realize not everyone is ready to commit like their previous partner did. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.